Good day, everyone. Hope all of you all are safe and healthy wherever you are. So I'm Abigail, your moderator for today's seminar. And with us today is Dr. Noriza, our beloved lecturer, and the presenting group, which is Group 4. Today's topic is going to be Pandora Radio, firing unprofitable customers. So let us now not waste our time, and let's invite Group 4 to introduce themselves first. So Group 4, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zayani bin Zulkifli. I will introduce the first part of this case study.
Right. Hi, I am Janatun Naziha binti Nazib and I am the second presenter of this case.
Hello, my name is Hanan Sofia and I'll be the third presenter.
Hello, my name is Lim Jia Chi. I'm the fourth presenter and I will present about the quantitative analysis.
Hello, my name is Hanani and I will be the last presenter for this case study.
So thank you very much, Group 4, for introducing yourself. So dear friends, hope all of you all are ready and well prepared for today's presentation. All the best to those who are going to present. And for those who are going to hear, hope you are alert to be ready to know what kind of questions you want to ask them. So do keep in mind that this presentation is going to be for 30 minutes. And following this, after this presentation will be the Q&A section. So let us give a round of applause and welcome Group 4 to do their presentation. So the floor is yours now, Group 4. Thank you.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera to everyone. So I will be the first presenter. So I will start with the introduction for this case study. So Tim Westergren was a founder for Pandora Radio, it was a very popular music streaming application and website on the internet today. They are offering a modified experience for their user and subscriber. Basically, the user need to sign up for an account and they need to choose the artist so that they can design their own custom radio station. And Pandora Radio use potential of music to particularly create a station and make them familiar with their playlist in the real time based on the each user personal response. Each user okay, and then Westergren said that people don't have the time or inclination for really go looking. They just want to push the button, turn up the volume and do nothing else. They just want to listen to the stuff they know and probably they want also to listen the stuff they don't know but they may like. And also Pandora have built a application for mobile phone which is Pandora radio application since the Apple have launched the second generation that allow third party developer to distribute application via Apple App Store. And Pandora Radio become the second most popular application in the iPhone. So basically Pandora have more than 60 million registered user which is it grow up daily, and they also have 65 million station click, and it also goes up 10,000 a day. Okay, for your information, Pandora is the company that supported by advertising in making a revenue for their business. This is because advertising revenue is the major sources for Pandora Radio. It making up until 93% of the total for revenue for Pandora Radio. Okay, the concept that Pandora Radio use for their business give them an advantage to attract advertiser to use them to promote their product and their services. This is because Pandora could offer the accurate, accurate and specific characteristic about their user to the advertiser. Right. Okay. Next, we are going to the Pandora business model. Okay. Pandora business model is the strength of Pandora Radio, which is at the beginning of the operation of Pandora business. At the beginning of the operation of Pandora Radio, their first business model was a subscription model. This model was focused on subscription from the user. And for the initial process of the subscription model, the user will offer for 10 hours for free to be entertained by Pandora Radio, and the user need to give the information about credit card, which is the user need to pay $3 per a month for using this model, and then they can subscribe for the Pandora Radio. But this subscription model was not really work really well and not successful because the user of Pandora Radio only use the 10 free hour and then they left from using the Pandora Radio. So in the fourth quarter of 2005, Pandora has switched their business model from the subscription model to a free model, which is this free model allow the user to enjoy their time for using Pandora Radio without any limit of time, and the user also no need to pay any fee to the Pandora Radio. And Pandora use this model as opportunity to attract more advertiser, because as we know that Pandora could give a accurate and specific characteristic about their user to the advertiser. Okay, next is the problem analysis for this case study. Okay, first of all, Pandora is having a problem where they have to deal with 9% of the customer who listen a ton of music and cost Pandora a lot, more than Pandora going to make on them. And Pandora also have to deal with customer who use and often left Pandora on all day, even when the user is not using their computer at all. So this action from the user of Pandora Radio has caused Pandora to suffer a lot of streaming costs, because basically Pandora have to pay. So basically Pandora had to pay a royalty cost, streaming cost, revenue-based commission, and other costs. And also Pandora had to pay a fee cost, which is very large for Pandora to pay. And then Tim Westergren was recently told by well-known vice president that the best way to reduce costs and make Pandora profitable again is by get rid of all the unprofitable customer. But Tim Westergren was in dilemma to make a decision. Neither the option from vice president is a good option or a bad option, because Tim Westergren know that their user have saved Pandora Radio from spending $1 million in marketing expenses. So it is not easy to Pandora Radio and Tim Westergren to get rid of some customer. Therefore, Pandora need to figure out how they can make sure that their customer can use as much as possible of Pandora Radio. And then Team Master Grant and the team have come up with several new plan of business model on how they can handle their customer behavior, and maybe they can get rid of some customer and make Pandora Radio become profitable enterprise again. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. I will pass to Jana for the next presentation. Thank you.
Alright, hello again. I am Janatul and I'm going to present about Model 1 and Model 2 in Pandora. Alright, the first model is advertising. As we know, most company revenue come from advertising. Anik has mentioned that Pandora have more than 90% revenue come from advertising. So how this model is done? Alright, this model done by using the target ad based on zip code, age, and gender upon the registration. We know that since Pandora have many users from all around the world, especially their biggest users are from United States, and not all people from there speaking English, because many of them are speaking Spanish also. So Pandora created two market segments, which is for Spanish listener and the other is for English listener. This market is created by the company Pandora doing a cross-reference to refer to each registered data user with United States Census. Then the cross-reference allow the company to identify the zip code with high population of Hispanic and Spanish-speaking people. After the cross-reference done, the company run a test of laying the two set data to infer which listener fit into those type of advertising by adding new music, artists, and band. So by doing this, Pandora advertising is customized to its user need, and the advertising is non-intrusive to all of them, to all of the users actually. All right, the next model is Pandora Hot Web 2.0 concept, which is freemium. All right, freemium refers to a business model where a given product is offered for free, but premium fee charged for the available advanced feature. The current freemium model in Pandora has two submodels, which is free service and premium service, where both of these submodels have very huge difference. All right, the premium service is a listening service free of advert. Means that when user using this premium service, they will not get distracted by any ad from Pandora. While free service is an advert supported radio service. As our first presenter mentioned just now, it is free. So user no need to pay anything when using the this free service. But so this model made a breakthrough because the free radio service allow customers to experience what the company offers first before deciding to upgrade from free to premium. This free service also implies that everything is provided without any charge. Just as I mentioned, it is the sign of desperation for a business and a good way to attracting customers to upgrade from free to premium. All right, that's all for me. I will pass this session to our next presenter.
So the third business model that Pandora Radio is considering is a subscription model with a suggestion charge of $3 per month per user. Requesting for a subscription charge is a simple way to cover the cost of extensive users. This $3 is actually a cost less than a song download. The charge user is being forced upon is only at a constant rate of 1 month regardless of usage. Some of the strengths of this business model is that it can spread the cost among millions of users. It relies only on minimal, if at all, any ads to generate any income. Plus, it can retain user on a consistent basis, and it can even push margin to a positive. Having income of 1 month at a periodic time gives an increase to revenue predictability and eases budgeting and planning. Customers have been used to streaming music for free on this platform. Although it is fair to charge what have been used, however, the light users are being charged just as much as heavy users. So, some of the cons or the threats of this business model is that the light users may not feel as though it is worth it for the subscription and feel discouraged to subscribe. Customers may feel reluctant to pay the service because previously it was already free. So it might even push current or future customer and cause a drop at the user base. In this subscription model, all the customers are capped at the excess. All the customers are capped, so the excess profit of the profitable customers are used to cover the losses of unprofitable customers. The next business model that Pandora is considering is limiting the listening hours, which is to cap the amount that they can use. Excessive users are those who stream when they're not near the computer, so there's no activities on ads, and Pandora is not generating any income. However, they are still having to burden themselves with the streaming costs. In this business model, Pandora radios give an allowance of 40 hours per month per user. If they wish to go over the limit, they will have to pay an extra 99 cents. Some of the strength of this business model is that it keeps all customers within a 14-hour usage range. So they will only incur the variable cost of 40 hours streaming, and the variable cost of 150 hours streaming is partly covered by users if they ever want to go over the limit. This can simmer down the heavy users and also make them aware of their streaming. However, the cons of this business model is that customers may remain inactive for the next few months because they are waiting the month out for the next 40-hour allowance. Some of the threats are that customers may pay for the first 40 hours but then continues to stream it, which lets the faucet keep on running. Or they might even set up a second account for double the allowance. In this business model, all the customers are capped as only unprofitable customers are affected. Next is the presenter number 4.
So now I will present about the quantitative analysis about this case study. So now let's see for exhibit 3 first. Exhibit 3 show the revenue, fixed cost, variable cost, and hours per day for Pandora Radio at the old model. So from this kind of information, we can actually calculate the break-even point for the free and advertising model. Next slide. So the formula for break-even point is fixed cost over selling price and minus variable cost. So revenue is 0.0294 per hour and variable cost is 0.0258 per hour and the fixed cost is 22 million. So to calculate the break-even point, we should divide fixed cost to the unit of day to easily for our calculation. So Now the fixed cost is in the unit of day, and revenue and variable cost is in the unit of hour, right? So now you should change the unit of revenue and the variable cost to day. So because a user will now listen to Pandora Radio for 24 hours, right? So we cannot multiply the revenue and variable cost with 24 hours. And the exhibit 3 show that the average hour they use for that per user use is 2.5. So we should multiply the revenue and variable cost with 2.5. Next slide. So now we will get revenue and variable cost in the unit of day. So we just substitute all the information into the formula. So we will get the 6697111 user per day for the break-even point, like about around 6.7 million user to get profit. So the however, so with the same business model, actually the number of users during a given day will 1.8 million user, right? So the difference is quite far. So it's impossible for Pandora Radio for using the same business model to get the profit. So the business model should be changed. And the situation that given in the case study, which is should Pandora need the venture capital money, can be answered by seeing this calculation. Pandora actually no need their money. Why? Because the problem of Pandora Radio is the business model that results in lower revenue and higher variable costs. Although they get many funds, they still cannot change the revenue and the fixed cost. So they still cannot get into a profit situation. Next slide. So just now Jana and Hannah have presented for us the 4 suggestion model, right? And for suggestion model 1 and suggestion model 4, they have also quantitative analysis. So for suggestion model 1, the Pandora Radio are suggest to increase the advertising revenue. So the left side of the column is for the original revenue that can be generated by Pandora Radio, and the right side of the column is the new revenue that will be generated by Pandora Radio. So if Pandora Radio want to increase the revenue, let us assume that Pandora Radio will increase the average number of advertising per listener per hour is to 10, and increase the percentage paid space used to 80%. So the formula to calculate the revenue for advertising is the CPM rate multiply with the average number and multiply with the percentage page space used and divide by 1000. This formula you can actually find in Google. And so we now calculate the advertising revenue for the new one. So we will get 100,800. So the total increase in revenue is 91.67%, is almost 100% now. So I think the suggestion model 1 actually can be used for Pandora Radio to change their business model. So next slide. So for suggestion model 4, the Pandora Radio are suggest to charge 99 cents for user who use more than 40 hours. So we can calculate if this suggestion can let Pandora Radio to gain profit or not. So let's see the exhibit 4. It shows the distribution of Pandora Radio listener, and it shows the percentage of Pandora Radio user that listen to certain hour. And for next slide. So we calculate the revenue for Pandora Radio in this suggestion model. So first we multiply 99 cents with the amount user who use more than 40 hours. So the amount of user we can calculate is 16 million. This will show in the case study, page 4 of the case study, and with the percentage given is exhibit 4. So how we calculate the cost? We multiply the variable cost 0.0258 with the total hour that used by the user. So the total hour, how we can calculate the total hour? So we multiply the 60 million with the percentage given in exhibit 4 and multiply with H minus 40. So why we should multiply with hash minus 14, right? So because we start calculate the revenue, which is the 99 cents when the hour used are more than 40 hour, right? So we should also calculate the cost start at more than 40 hour, which 41. So we can compare it lah. When it start calculate revenue, so it will start to calculate to collect the cost. So we can calculate the break-even by these two formulas. So revenue equal to cost, and then we can find the hash. So it's 78.4, which is 80 hour. It means that if the user listen more than 80 hour, the Pandora radio will gain loss. So after this point, the contribution will become negative. Next slide. So let's prove this calculation. So we just substitute 80 hour into hash, and the percentage of user who listen 80 hour is 0.1%. So we substitute 0.1% into the formula. So the revenue is less than the cost. So it means that even if the company charges 99 cents for customer who use more than 80 hours per month, Pandora Radio will still lose money. So therefore, customer who use more than 80 hours should be charged more than 99 cents if the Pandora Radio want to use this suggestion model. So now I will pass to the next presenter, Nani. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my name is Hanani and I will explain why Pandora Radio should not follow the advice from junior partner. Okay, first we should identify why junior partner advise Pandora to fire their unprofitable customer. So you can refer to the case study on page 1, paragraph 1, which is state that at first quarter 2009, tech stocks along with the broader stocks market were declined as well as economic. In order for them to overcome this crisis, they must have a product and established revenue model. But at that time, Pandora Radio only have an affiliate fees, which is thus not considered a small source of revenue. And in addition, they also face a problem with their unprofitable customer. This will make Pandora difficult to overcome this crisis. So that's why junior partner suggests Pandora Radio to adopt a direct unilateral fail accomplice strategy, which is fire their unprofitable customers in order for them to overcome this crisis. So next slide. Okay. Why Pandora Radio should not follow the advice from junior partner? Okay, from our view, this is because if Pandora fire their unprofitable customers, it will generate a lot of negative publicity for their business. Okay, first is they will have a problem in getting a customer because this occurred because they do not pursue any advertising or marketing campaigns in order to promote their business. Okay, as stated on case study on page 5, paragraph 4, which is Pandora did not spend any money on marketing and allowed the user base to grow virally via word of mouth. Also on page 6, paragraph 4, Westergreen knew that his users had saved Pandora millions of dollars in marketing expenditure, and Pandora considered these funds as part of their marketing team. That means Pandora Radio will hide reliance on word of mouth of their users in order to bring in customers as well as to promote their business. So second is Pandora Radio might face a risk with dissatisfied customers. When unprofitable customers being fired improperly, they will not be satisfied with Pandora Radio decision, and it will make them intend to do something bad to Pandora Radio, such as they will viral about this matter and might shows the negative part of Pandora to others. And these actions will affect the image of Pandora Radio. When there is possibility declination in the image of Pandora Radio, it will affect the customer base and advertising revenue. So this is because advertising revenues and the reduction in fixed costs has a directly related to customer base. This can be proved on page 5, on paragraph 4, which is the more Pandora could spread existing fixed costs over a larger user base, the more the economy will improve. That means if customer base becomes smaller, advertising revenues will also decline, and they might require higher component of fixed costs to be covered from every user. So next slide. Okay, if Pandora Radio keep their unprofitable customers, how they want to handle this type of customers? So from our view, we suggest that Pandora Radio should adopt an indirect approach by which switch the business model, because this to ensure that the unprofitable customers are not encouraged to be a part of the business. From this option, it will not give effect to the relationship between Pandora Radio and his customers. Thus, it will make unprofitable customer itself decide whether want to stay with Pandora Radio or not. If unprofitable customers choose to stay with Pandora Radio, they must ensure, or Pandora Radio must ensure that the unprofitable customers are profitable for their business. Okay, by switch the business model, Pandora can solve the problem of unprofitable customers without being harmed by negative word of mouth. Okay, next slide is, okay, so which business model should Pandora implement? Okay, these four models have been explained by Jana and Hanan. So I will go through why this model should be implemented and why this model should not be implemented. Okay, we suggest that Pandora Radio should implement advertising model and limiting hours model, because because the majority their revenue are come from the advertising, which is 80% of their sales. By using this model, Pandora can make unprofitable customers turn away from them, because when they listen to the music, they will having ads between the songs, having a more skip and more time up. And this will make them annoyed. And thus this will make them leave Pandora Radio. So we can say there might be a few unprofitable customer who is more patient and does not make them leave. So that's why we suggest Pandora Radio to implement one more business model, which is limiting listening hours model. This model only allow user to listen the music limit to only 40 hours. After that, they need to pay 99 cents per month. If they do not pay, they cannot use Pandora Radio anymore. They cannot complain because they have used the free 40 hours for free. So next is why we should not suggest to Pandora to use the freemium model and subscription model, because freemium model is not suitable, because this model does not have much difference with free model. And for the subscription model, because this model requires user to pay $3 per month to listen to music. Because before this, Pandora Radio has been used free business model. It will make customer feel unfair or dissatisfied, and also they might have certain customers which are not willing to pay. In that case, both profitable and unprofitable customer might turn away from Pandora Radio, and Pandora Radio might lose their customer. Okay, that's all from me, and I will pass to the moderator for the next season. Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you, Group 4, for your presentation. It was very informative, and right now is the moment that all of us have been waiting for. I'm pretty sure all of you have questions to be asked to Group 4 regarding this case. So let us now open the floor for the Q&A session. So before that, a friendly reminder, please do introduce yourself and from which group you are coming. And let's start the Q&A section. So thank you.